online. Hey Eve. Hey Nicole. Everybody, this is, let's call him Bling. His real name is Bing, named after Chandler from Friends, the last name. But now that he is a New Orleans dog, it's Bling. He's gonna be my yoga buddy today since Allie couldn't make it. Say hi, Bling. Hey. Yeah. Hey, Alyssa. All right. Let's see. It's 5:31. So let's get this started. Welcome, namaste. I'm happy to be here with you on this beautiful Sunday in New Orleans or wherever you're at. Hopefully, your weather is pretty as ours is today. I love these Sundays because we get to do something a little bit different. It's a little bit softer. If you know me, I always have a pretty physical practice, not just in yoga, but just a lot of stuff that we do. And right now, it's really good to be able to like take it back, even talk about these things going on in life or things going on with inside of ourselves. Um, Most people know yoga as the movements that we're constantly doing, but there's really three types of yoga. The first one is called jnana yoga. Jnana yoga is the search for wisdom. It is the constant gaining of knowledge, and it's knowing a little bit more than you knew before. You only know what you know, and sometimes it's like that constant seeking and searching. So, for instance, I've gone to India for 3 years in a row, and the first year I went and I did something called super sequencing, and it was about just like advanced sequencing practice, right? Second year was chakra training, which is our energy systems. And so the first year was very physical. Second year is still physical, but kind of moving into the physical body by learning about how we use our different energies. There's 7 different chakras and really 8. But it's knowing like where we're a little deficient in them, or where we need to add a little bit more of something or take away. This year I went and did a Bhakti training, which is the third part of yoga. The second part of yoga is called karma yoga. So the first jhana is about finding knowledge. The second one, karma yoga, is about putting things into action. And we all know the word karma, about what goes around comes around. And it's what we do with our actions. And you're not always going to get the result that you want. I mean, you could be the best person in the world and something can always happen to you. At the same time, you have to still live this life of love and service, so that things will start to happen. I feel like I'm the most blessed person in the entire world. Don't get me wrong, bad things have happened to me over the years, but at the same time, like I'm just like, man, I keep living this lifestyle, and not that I want anything back in return for what I give, but like you just said, there's something that comes back inherently. It's not about the riches, which a lot of this is about today. But yeah, what you're putting into life, obviously, you'll usually get out. If you're nice to somebody, usually they're not going to be nice back. The third is Bhakti Yoga, and that was the training that I did this year in India. And like I said, the first year was very, very physical. Second year was energy systems, but still pretty physical. Lots of, hey Jen, lots of, taking notes and stuff like that. This year I went to India, and every year I'm a little anxious going. I mean, you're taking this long flight, almost a day's worth of travel, and you're going out there and you're just getting ready to like just get pounced on with knowledge, right? And this year, what Bhakti is it's the devotion of yoga. It's finding what it really is to yoke, and that's what yoga means, to connect with the higher being within yourself. And Bhakti Yoga is probably one of the things now in my life, coming from a very physical practice, like you all know, to something a little bit more spiritual. Um, and when I think of Bhakti Yoga, I think of a couple of different things. Obviously, it's devotion, and it's figuring out what are the things in life you're devoted to. And really, like, let's start with like the people in your lives. Um, Number one, there's a devotion to yourself. That should be like pretty much the first thing, because obviously you have your higher being, which is yourself, or which is in yourself. And that's one thing is like the devotion is really to a higher being within yourself, and you can call it God, you can call it Jesus, you can call it Krishna, you can call it Allah, you can call it Yahweh. Um, but it's the practices of you figuring out how can you find that connection. It's not the easiest thing in the world to find connection. Um, and I kind of relate it to a cell phone, because people are like, well, how do you, somebody asked me today, how do you know that what your God preaches, Mark, is the same thing that Jesus says, or is it going to help you the way Jesus would help you, or whatever? And truthfully, for me, it's like if Jesus is the one helping you and it's making you be a better person for yourself and for your community, then Jesus is the person for you. And if it's these other gods, it is. And I told her it's really about finding God in myself, finding a divine energy. And it's one thing I've learned is God is in everything, whether it's the floor I'm sitting on, it's the grass outside, it's the heavens and skies above, it's the people that we meet. Um, and if we treat everything as God, and that's ourselves, and that's others, and that's our planet, and the animals, and our air, that's putting in a devotional practice. Um, and to relate it to like some people are like, well, I don't know if I believe in a higher power, or I don't know, if there's really something out there. And I kind of want to talk to you about, well, you have a cell phone. We're all on some type of device right now. We're streaming from somewhere. Um, can you see how that connection is coming into your device? And that's the hard part. It's knowing that there's something out there. There's some type of energy out there, and you can't see it, but you know it's working. You know that there's some type of energy that keeps coming around and around and around. And when we put effort into it, when we put effort into our knowledge, so the three types of yoga, the jhana yoga, that's the knowledge. If you put effort into knowledge, you will ultimately know more than you knew before. If you put that effort into your actions, then you're going to see results from those actions, whether they're good or they're bad. If you put some energy into finding a deeper connection, then it kind of enhances those other two. It's more of a feeling, and that's what I got to do this year in India. Is I got to go there and feel. I got to sit there and meditate. I got to sit there and chant mantras over mantras over mantras. When it comes to mantras, it's just something that you say to yourself. It could be something you're saying to a god. It could be some affirmative thing that just like you need to do every single day. Whether you're doing it with a mala bead, you could use a Mardi Gras bead, you could use a rosary. And in the Hindu culture, so going back to like some of the yoga stuff, they have a few deities out there who are the essence of devotion. and Bhakti Yoga. And the one I wanted to talk to you today about is Hanuman. Hanuman is one of my favorite characters. I love his stories. And Hanuman was a little mischievous boy, and he woke up one day, and he was really, really hungry. And he looked up at the sky, and he saw a mango up into the sky. So Hanuman decides that he wants to go get this mango for breakfast. So Hanuman takes a big leap. And actually, his name at the time is Anjaneya. And we'll see, there's a lot of poses that come from Hanuman. Very like devoted poses. So his name's Anjaneya. And Anjaneya looks up, goes and reaches for the mango and starts to fly. He starts going, going, going. And then he keeps going, and that mango in the sky is actually the sun. So Surya, who's the sun, is kind of getting worried, like, oh my God, this little boy is coming after me and is gonna like take out all the light, which gives us all the energy in the world. So some of the other gods see what's about to happen. So one of the gods, Indra, takes one of his lightning bolts, throws it at Anjaneya, and strikes him in his jaw. Hurts him really bad. He falls to the ground. He's dying. Well, Hanuman is half man and half god. And his dad is Vayu, the wind god. And Vayu gets really upset because this is his only son. So Vayu is in charge of all the air around the world. And he takes this big breath in and sucks out all the oxygen. Well, all the people, the animals, the plants, everything starts to suffocate. And so the other gods are like, what do we do? And they go to Vayu and like, look, we'll do anything. Like, we'll make your son the best, strongest warrior ever. But there's only one thing. He will never know his divinity and never know how strong he is until he finds devotion. So they revive. His name is now Hanuman. Hanuman means broken jaw. So after he's changed into this like all like one of the strongest gods, this little boy becomes Hanuman. And fast forward years later, Hanuman's living out into the forest, and he comes across Lord Rama. Rama is the seventh avatar of Vishnu, and Rama's like one of the strongest warriors ever. And him and his brother come up on Hanuman, and they're like, "Oh my God, we need your help." And Hanuman already has like this wild attraction towards Rama. He knows because Rama's like the all good doing citizen. Like never does anything wrong. But his wife, Sita, had just gotten stolen by this 10-headed monster named Ravana. And so Sita is locked away in this tower in Lanka, which is Sri Lanka, which is off the island, the southern tip of India. And is like, can you go and tell Sita not to worry that I'm coming? So Hanuman like runs down to the end of India, and he's got this big ocean in between him and this island. And he's like, how do I get there? I'm a monkey. I don't swim. And so he gets down on one knee. And if you've ever seen, this is like hero's pose. So a lot of times we're down on two knees. And you can do it either way. He gets down on one knee. And he starts to meditate. And he starts to think about the thing that he's devoted to, who is Lord Rama. And he suddenly finds this inner divinity. And it's something that kind of comes back where we sometimes don't know our own like superhero power. we tend to like look at ourselves and put ourselves down sometimes. Um, but sometimes when we stop and sit still, we can think about something that's so deep in our heart that can make us do almost anything. So Hanuman sits there, he meditates, starts saying Ram's name over and over and over. Ram, Ram, Ram. From there, after he is in hero's pose, he starts to fly. And if you ever, Hanumanasana, the pose named after him, is a full split. So when he's flying, one leg is going one direction, one leg is going the other. And if you look at the parallels to life, he's got like that one leg shooting off to the past, and one leg shooting off into his future. And it's going back to that jhana yoga. It's the wisdom that he had from all of his past experiences that is really helping him to find devotion, which is in center in his heart, to go leaping into the future. So Hanuman flies over to Lanka, runs up the tower without anybody seeing, tells Sita, hey, wait for us, we're coming back. I can't save the day right now, but don't worry, we're all coming back. He's on his way. So he meets back up with Rama and his brother Lakshmana, and they build this bridge with their army going across the sea. They have this big war, and they end up winning. So they get Sita back, and they go back to the kingdom of Ayodhya, and Sita and Rama are back on the throne. And they're like, we're going to throw a party for all the people that have helped us, all these great warriors, and our special guest is going to be Hanuman, for being like the lead warrior and the person that really helped us like save the day. So they have the party, they're eating, they're drinking, having a good time. They stop the party, and Rama and Sita stand up, and they're like, we really want to thank all of y'all for y'all's lives on the line for us. And then they said, and we have something special for Hanuman, for leading our armies, for, going over there by himself. And Rama takes off this big, like bracelet that like covers his whole forearm. And it's got like the finest jewels in the world. And it says, Hanuman, I want you to have this big bracelet that's mine, as a gift from me and Sita for all the stuff that you've done. So he hands it to Hanuman. Hanuman gets kind of upset. And like he's like looking at this thing and just like looks really, really disturbed. And so people are kind of like questioning like what's going on? Like our king just gave us the nicest thing that he had given you, so he's always with you. Hanuman starts looking at it, he breaks the bracelet in half. And Hanuman starts looking into each one of these jewels as they fell to the floor. He starts biting these jewels, looking inside of them. And somebody from the crowd's like, man, like, stop being disrespectful. Like, the king just gave you this thing so that you can always be with him. And Hanuman says, I don't see him anywhere within this material thing. And they're like, well, they gave it to you so you have a sign of him anywhere you go. And that's where Hanuman rips open his chest. And inside of his heart, you see a picture of Sita and Rama. And so the thing is like a lot of times these days we're getting devoted to material things. And I think this time has really helped us to kind of like find this like internal love for things that we need that are more important than like all these outside things. We've been like, we need the new car, or we need new clothes or shoes or whatever it is. And don't get me wrong, like, we need things to get by. We need things that will make us happy. But devotion comes from a much deeper place. It comes from inside the heart. And there's no material thing that will measure up to finding that person, that higher power, your community, your family. Like I said, really that divine energy within inside yourself. Devotion is so deep inside there that it never leaves you. And so today's practice, like I said, it's only a slow flow. We'll take some poses of Hanuman, and we'll move a little bit. First, we will do a little bit of mantra off to my trusty harmonium. My harmonium's name is Ganga. There goes my kombucha. And the reason I named it Ganga is because I got this on the shores of the Ganges River. Not confused with ganja. And it's been one of my saving graces, not only during this time, but really finding a better connection to God. So let's start with 3 ums. Sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in through your nose, and then a big sigh out of your mouth. Inhale for the sound of Om. With your left hand on your heart, your right hand over your left hand. Switch your hands, right hand over your heart, left hand over your right. Right. This song was one of the first songs I ever heard when it came to mantra. A lot of Free to Be, one of my other studios that I work at, always on during Shavasana. And it really stuck with me, and I was like, what does it mean? And it's a song about devotion. It's a song about love for God, finding meaning in life, finding wisdom and knowledge, putting it into action. Pretty simple. Sing with me if you know the words. Jai Sitaram, Jai Jai Hanuman. 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 Take a big breath in, and then sigh it out of your mouth. All right. So let's start in Hero's Pose, with both knees down and your butt to your heels. Close your eyes, left hand over your heart, right hand over your left hand. Bring that thing in towards your third eye, the place in between your brow. It's the thing that you love so much that no material thing can replace it, that it lives so deep inside of you that it always is with you. You carry it through life. You learn from it. It's the thing that keeps you going. From here, roll over to your hands and knees to the tabletop. Let's take a few cows and cats. On your inhale, drop the belly as the gaze goes up. On your exhale, push the earth away around the spine, chin into the chest. On your inhale, drop the belly. Heart shines through the shoulders. On the exhale, protect your heart as the belly pulls in and up and your chin comes in. Inhale, let the heart go free. Drop the belly. Look up. Exhale, find protection. Know that it lives deep inside of you. Neutral tabletop position. Take your left foot out to the left side of your mat. Walk your right hand outside the right knee. Left hand reach overhead, finding modified side plank. Press down to the bladed side of your left foot. Left bicep over your left ear. From here, left hand swings down and around. Left hand to your left shin. Right hand comes overhead. Find space down the right side of your body into gate pose. Right hand drops down and around. Left arm over the sky. Hey, dog, come on in. And then left hand comes down and around. Gate pose. Right bicep over the right ear. Find stretch on the right side of the body. Hand comes down to the top of the mat. Let's switch to the other side. Right leg comes out to the right side. Left hand outside your left hip. Right bicep over your right ear. Modified side plank. Big breath in. Exhale, come down and around right hand to your right shin. Left bicep down over your left ear. Gate pose. Left hand down and around. Modified side plank. Right hand down and around. Back up to your gate. Then left hand down. And come back to your tabletop. Come on, no. And I got the doggy coming in. That's Blaine. All right. From here, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Start to pedal out of your feet. Bending one knee, pressing the other heel towards the earth. Maybe you sway your hips from side to side. Take any movement you need to wake up the body and the soul. Sometimes your devotion might be to these little beautiful dogs. I know a lot of us have been really finding an extra love for our little furry friends that are keeping us company during these very, very strange days. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Push both heels towards the earth. Bend your knees slightly, hips a little higher, chest towards your thighs. In your next inhale, right leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. And then step your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, the heart reaches forward. Exhale, drop your left knee down to the mat. Inhale your arms up to the sky, Anjaneyasana. So sink into your right knee. So the first name of Hanuman, the first time he wakes, he sees the sun, and he becomes bigger and bigger. He starts to lead with his heart and his stomach sometimes. Take a big breath in, and your exhale, hands to the mat. Ardha Hanumanasana is a half split. So send your butt down toward your heel. Flex your right foot. So, this is half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. Named after Lord Hanuman himself. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, back to the beginning. And then exhale to the thing that we become, Hanuman. One more time, inhale, come up. Find Anjaneyasana. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. Come back to your low lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. This is called pounce pose, okay? So,
Same thing as like Ardha Hanuman. You're going to bend into your left knee, straighten your right leg, feel that right hamstring fire up, maybe flex that right foot. Pounce pose. Cool. You got this. Now we're going into perch pose. Left knee meets right knee, top of the mat. So you're like a bird sitting on a wire. Heel in towards your butt. Step back, pounce pose. Bend into the left knee, straighten that right leg, flex the right foot. Perch pose, left knee meets your right knee. Step back to your low lunge. Right arm comes up to the sky. Draw the inner thighs towards each other. Left heel and the crown of your head go in opposite directions. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, right hand comes down to the mat. Turn to your left wide-legged forward fold. Sway from side to side, bending into each knee, starting to lubricate the joints of the lower extremities. And pet the dog if you can. Hey, buddy. All right. From here, turn back towards the top of the mat. He's like, where'd you go? Step back, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Child's pose, knees out wide, big toes touching. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Left hand to your left heel, come up, half camel pose. Press the hips forward. Right hand comes down and around. Right hand to the right heel, left arm up to the sky, half camel on the opposite side. From here, come to sit back, hero's pose. Take a couple breaths. Bring that thing that you're devoted to back to the place of unity, back to the place of your intuition, your sixth chakra, your third eye. From here, slide the heart onto the mat, hands underneath the shoulders, cobra pose. Breath in as the heart lifts. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Left leg pulls high to the sky. Step it in between your hands. Inhale, reach the heart forward, look forward. Exhale, right knee comes to the ground. Arms up to the sky. Sink into the left knee. Make space through the sides of the body. Anjaneyasana, left side. Take a big breath in. Hands front of your front foot. Sit back. Flex the left foot, straighten the left leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, back to when you were a child. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, as you come through that path of wisdom, and you become that person of devotion, Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, get deep, dive deep. Heart comes down towards the thigh. Bowing down to your own inner light. Inhale, bring it back up, hands to the sky. Exhale, handspring your front foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Pounce pose. Send the hips back. So bend into that back knee, straighten that left leg. Perch pose. Right knee meets your left knee, top of the mat. Step back, pounce pose. Bend the back knee. Get deep into that left hamstring. Perch pose. Step the right foot back. Left arm cracks open to the sky for that twist. The right thigh squeezes on to your right femur bone. Right heel reaching towards the past. Crown of the head reaching towards the future. Leading with your intuition. Big breath in. Left hand down to the mat. Turn to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Sway the booty from side to side. Bend deep into the right knee. So for a low Skandasana, Rainbow Warrior, we're just going to chill here for a second. See if the heart can lift. From here, go into the opposite leg. Bend into the left knee. Mm. So you can sit back just a little and then look forward. Come back wide-legged forward fold. Let the head drop. Have softness into the knees. And let the tailbone reach up towards the heavens. Turn back towards the top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Child's pose, knees out wide, big toes touching. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Right hand to the right heel, tuck the toes, go up and back, half camel. Come down and around, left hand to the left heel, half camel. Dancing camel. Hips go forward. Come back around. Go side to side. Come down. Inhale as the hips press forward. Exhale, come down in devotion. And then back and forth. As slow or as fast as you want. From here, Hero's pose. Close your eyes. Slide your heart onto the mat. Cobra pose. And tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat. Grab opposite elbows. Sway from side to side. Shake your head out, yes. Shake your head out, no. Drop your hands to the ground. Slowly rise up, one vertebra at a time. Arms reach up to the heavens. Left hand over your heart, right hand over your left. Feel the heartbeat. Feel what's inside of you, where you know that you don't need anything else. No material thing can replace what's inside of you. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your right foot steps back to the lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Lower down to your belly. Cobra pose as you breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Right leg comes out of the sky. Step it in between your hands. Pounce pose, send the hips back, straighten to the right leg. Perch pose, top of the mat, knees meet, forward fold. Inhale, rise, arms reach up to the heavens. Right hand over your heart, left hand over your right. Feel your heart beat. Inhale the arms high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. Lower down to your belly. Breathe in. And then breathe out, downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Step it in between your hands. Pounce pose, send the hips back straight into that left leg. Perch pose, right knee meets your left knee. Forward fold. Inhale, rise. Left over, right over. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the right foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose. If you want a little bit more, chaturanga, bend the elbows 90 degrees. Upward facing dog, heart lifts. And then downward facing dog. Right leg high to the sky. Step in between your hands. Pounce pose. Get deep in that right hamstring. Perch pose. Bird on a wire. Fold into yourself. Inhale, rise. Right hand over your heart, left hand over your right hand. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your left foot steps back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll into plank pose and then go through your vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Step it into your hands. Right meets left. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Right hand down, left hand on top of the heart. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, your right foot steps back. Little zip of your plank in the chaturanga. Go right into it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. And a big exhale out of your mouth. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk or jump to the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And then left hand over the heart, right hand over the left hand. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the left foot steps back. Plank to chaturanga. Go right into it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Jump to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So sink your booty low. Take a big breath in, and then we're going to take this big leap of faith, diver's pose. So wing the arms back. Keep the heart pressing forward. Leading with your intuition. Sometimes our faith gets a little shaky. We can't see it. But sometimes we just have to leap. Root it down, chair pose, Utkatasana. And then diver's pose. Okay, buddy. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen halfway. Plant your hands, jump or step back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Alright, so right leg high to the sky. Step it in between your hands. Open up warrior two. Peaceful warrior, go up and back. Triangle pose. Soften the step forward. Bang. Dang is happy for some yoga. Hey. Alright, from here, peaceful warrior, bend into your front knee. Into extended side angle, right forearm to your right thigh. Left bicep over your head. See if you can spin your right ribs up as the crown of the head moves away from the bladed side of your left foot. And the left arch starts to lift. Come back up, peaceful warrior. And then hands to the mat, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Warrior two, step it between your hands, wing the arms open. As you bend deeper into the front knee, soften the shoulders down the back. Take the gaze over your front two fingers. Peaceful. Left leg goes straight. Triangle. Arm up. A lot of time we think about going into these triangle poses or these extended side angles, and all we care about is how far we reach down. I want you to think about this pose as being a pose of opening the heart up. And it's taking the heart up towards the heavens. Peaceful warrior, bend into the front knee. Left forearm, left thigh, right bicep over the head. Bend a little bit more. Soften that right hip forward. Peaceful warrior, up and back. Hands to the mat, make it yours. Modify, amplify, whatever you want. Just meet us back in our downward facing dog. Alright. Right leg high to the sky. Step into your hands, warrior two. If you have two blocks, put them on the edge of your mat, or two books, or whatever you have possible. Peaceful warrior. Into a triangle pose. Peaceful warrior. Into extended side angle. Like I said, it's a very soft flow today. We're moving a little bit quicker now, but we're going to end up in Hanumanasana. And if you don't have a full split in your practice, which I do not, you have Lord Hanumanasana as something that we can do, which is a half split, or just use some blocks and just do as best as you can with your split. So peaceful warrior, come up and back. Hands to the mat. Left hand down, right foot on top, side plank. We've already seen this in our modified side plank. So if you want to put your right foot in front, or if you want to drop the left knee, go to modified, totally up to you. From here, lift your right leg up. Drop it off behind you for rock star. Hips and heart go up and back. Big breath in. And on your exhale, right foot's in the step all the way through, going into our full Hanumanasana or half Hanumanasana. When you get here, hands on either side. See if you can sit up. See if the heart can open. Breathe. Close your eyes. Think about that left foot being the lessons of the jhana yoga practice, of the search for wisdom. In the middle is the action that you take. And then your right foot is the thing that we're reaching for. It's that Bhakti Yoga. It's the connection of ourselves to ourselves and to the higher being that lives within us. Slowly, slowly come out. Hero's pose. From here, in our hero's pose, I want you to bring your right knee into your chest, sit onto your left heel. Sit up tall. Find about 30 seconds of a seated meditation here. But you're at the end of the tip of India, or something in your life, and you know you have to do. You know what you have to tell somebody. You know the action that you need to take. You know that there's something so deep down inside that you need to keep the heart wide, wide open. Come back, downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Step into your hands, warrior two. Peaceful. Straighten the left leg, triangle. Circle the arm up. Let the heart spin up towards the sky. Peaceful. Keep the knee bent. Extend to the side angle. Peaceful. Right hand to the mat. Vashisthasana, side plank. Stack the feet. Lift the hips. Lift the left leg. Rock it out behind you. Let the heart get nice and big. Big breath in. And then left foot steps in between. Right knee drops. Full split, half split, whatever you can do from here. Maybe it gets a little bit deeper as we put things into action. You know what it feels like. You've probably done it before. That's where this karmic pattern comes in. If you put the practices into the life, those practices seem to come back into your life. It's constant work. It's sadhana. It's a spiritual routine. It's knowing that things aren't always easy. You don't know when the grace from some different energy that you can't see will come upon you. And it's the same thing. We don't know where our cell coverage comes from. We don't know how the cable really comes to our TV. But we know it's there. Slowly, slowly come out. You're going to sit down onto your right heel. Left knee is in your chest this time. Hero's pose. Taking our shapes of Hanuman today. From here, I want you to stay in this hero's pose, and you're going to bring your left ankle on top of your right knee. Flex your left foot. Sit up tall. Start to lean forward and start pressing your heart forward. And then maybe your chest can come down to your shin, or maybe you just stay right where you're at. If you have those blocks, they're perfect, or books or whatever, to kind of like give you a little support. Flex the left foot. Let the heart drop. Slowly come up. Come into full hero's pose, so knees meet. Take a second here. And then right foot comes up, knee bends, and then you're going to take your right ankle on top of your left knee. So it's like a figure four. And you're in half hero's pose. Start to press the chest forward. And if you think of the chakras, you have the Bhakti Yoga that comes from the heart. You have that knowledge, the intuition, all that beautiful things that comes from your sixth chakra. And then this thing that just realms over your head. It's really hard to understand, but it's so powerful and can give us so much energy. We just have a little bit of faith. Faith in ourselves, faith in our community. And it all comes from this practice of love and devotion. How can I be in service to myself and others by the grace of a divine energy? And then come out into hero's pose again. And then swing your legs out in front of you. Soles of the feet pressing out. Flex the toes back towards the shins. Big inhale. And on your exhale, Paschimottanasana, east meets west. Chest comes closer down to the thighs. Keep flexing the feet. Then come to a seated meditation, please, at the top of your mat. Devotion is not just having this practice of prayer. It's a reminder. It's a reminder that there's something out there that when we encounter doubt in our lives, when there's some fear, when there's like disbelief in anything, that you know it's still there. You know that when we start to dig deep inside, when we know that something is so deep into our heart, we can accomplish anything. We can find these superhero qualities in ourselves. It's something you can't touch. There's no material possession. This is something that you feel. It's not about a movement-based practice all the time. It's about the wisdom, the jhana. It's about the karma, the action. And it's about the bhakti, the love. You can stay here in a seated meditation as long as you would like, or make your way to your final rest, your final relaxation, Shavasana.
Jai Sitaram, Jai Jai Hanuman. 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Ram Ram. 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Sita Ram, Ram. Start to find some movement back into your breath, into your body. Move your fingers and toes, make circles with your wrists and your ankles. Find a full body stretch with your arms long overhead. And then hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a nice big squeeze. Slowly roll onto your right side and then up to a nice comfortable cross-legged seat. Left hand over your heart, right hand over your left. We'll end with one big Om. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Ah. Inhale for the sound of the universe, the sound of everything. Big breath in. Big breath out. I want to thank you all for sharing this time. We're about to go out. Stay connected with me, Mark Berganola on Instagram. However, if you ever DM me, love you. Namaste. Thank you.